I'm standing at the University of Newcastle television production studio, where students are making a program on creative industry careers. Today on our lounge, we have a graduate in visual communication design, Jemimah Irvin, and she's going to share with us her pathway between high school, university, and a career in visual design. Thanks for coming in, Jemimah. Now, you graduated in visual communication design at the University of Newcastle in 2016 and honours in 2017. So what was your experience in studying at university?
I loved studying at university. It was really great to sort of sink my teeth into something that I thought I was interested in and then discover that I absolutely, completely loved with a nerdish passion. University was great for that.
Yeah, and it definitely showed because you won 2 medals. You received both the faculty medal and the university medal. Actually, we have some footage here of you receiving your medal.
And so it is equally with great pleasure that I present to you graduating with a Bachelor of Visual Communication Design Honours with Honours Class 1 and the University Medal, Jemimah Irvin.
It was never kind of the goal to get these, although I did know they existed. But it was always about doing better than I did before, and so just that meant constantly getting a lot of good marks, which made me less inclined to get less marks because I just wanted to keep getting the good ones.
What subjects did you do at school? How did you go at school?
I wasn't the most outstanding student at school. I think I definitely did art at school, and I dabbled in a little bit of music because I like to sing, but I'm not really good at the rest of music. And I did, I did woodwork, I think, at one point, which I quite enjoyed. But yeah, I think, and creative writing, that was a big thing that I was passionate about as well.
Mm-hmm. And back then, what was your career aspirations back then?
I ended up really not knowing what to do when I finished school, and when I got a job.
So you got a job after
school? I got a job.
What kind of job was it? What did you do?
Because I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself, I asked a friend who had a job in like a grown-up place. It was a small little aged care organisation, community kind of place, and they were like, oh, you can use a computer, come work with us.
So what then changed your mind into getting into university?
So the place I was working at had a really bad logo, and I think it got to a point where they were convinced that they needed a better one, and so they got in a design company to come and do that, and I was organising the meetings and setting up times to look at the logos that they'd created for us, and I was taking minutes at these meetings, and I realised that I wanted to be on the other side of the table, that the process that they were going through is just something I was really interested in.
University is something that you don't necessarily have to do straight after school.
No,
it's definitely something that you can come to later.
Yeah, find out what you're passionate about first,
Yeah, cool. So why did you pick Newcastle University?
And the passion of the students that were on the open day talks, it blew me away. And I was like, this is where I need to be. These guys are really keen about what they do. There's something here. So I pretty much just was like, no, that's it, I'm moving to Newcastle.
So while you were at university, you did an internship?
It was for a user experience design at NIB. And I had no idea what user experience design was, but it was a paid internship, so it was like, sign me up. They're pretty rare. It was fantastic. It was 3 months, it was 4 days a week, so coming into uni on the other day, and just in a corporate office down at Honeysuckle in Newcastle, and just learning the ins and outs of what user experience design was and how that can be used to actually create change in people's lives.
Great. Yeah. And it was with NIB, which is the company you're working for now.
It is, yeah.
So was that a stepping stone to where you are now?
Absolutely, yeah. And that basically led to a full-time job once I finished honours.
Great. Well, here are a few other experiences of current Bachelor of Visual Communication Design students.
It's always really cool to be able to further the knowledge you have about something you're passionate about.
Definitely. If I didn't come to uni, I probably would still be in Orange, so it's definitely the best thing I've done to get out of a small town.
For sure. If I had had the opportunity to go to university when I left school, I would have jumped at the chance.
Definitely have a go at it and see how it works out for you. I just want to end up doing something design-based and just having a go at making and creating stuff.
Well, it's either start freelancing as a designer or I go take a master's somewhere.
I'd like to go work for a printing company and then after that go out on my own, start my own business. So those are my plans.
So you're now working with NIB Health Funds. What exactly is it that you do?
Day to day, we have meetings in the mornings where we'll all catch up and talk about what we're doing as a team. And then sometimes it'll be doing some research. So I might be looking at data from Google Analytics, or I might be looking at other information that we've got from previous similar stories. Stories is what we call our projects. Yeah, lots of different things. Lots of post-it notes are usually involved in what we do. We have walls covered in whiteboard paint, and we'll write on those and we'll put up notes about ideas so we can move them around or change them as we need to. And I like to be quite involved physically with what I do. So
it sounds like a very creative career.
Yeah.
And you get an opportunity to be very creative, and I don't think people necessarily understand that that is possible in a corporate environment.
I think I really love making things look beautiful. I think most designers kind of come from that. We want to make things look just really amazing. And I do still enjoy that. I think what I really enjoy about this is that it's more complicated. That you have to really dig into deeper details and ask why a lot. Why is just the key question to ask. I think if you ask a lot of user experience designers, I'm just going to say UX from now on because it's quicker, yeah. You're going to get a bunch of different answers, but essentially it's taking a problem. So it might be we need a new landing page on our website to promote something new. And instead of just kind of taking let's make it look pretty, we think about what the users actually need. What are they coming there to do? How can we help them? Sometimes I'll talk about how my designs can influence someone's story as they go through a process. And that seems to be a better way of explaining it than talking about Google Analytics. Yeah.
Yeah, great. And what about your parents? Because often parents, especially when you're embarking on a creative career, can be, don't necessarily understand. How does that go for you?
Yeah, I think by the time I picked design as a career, they were just glad that I'd found something that I liked and that I was really passionate about.
And what about if you were talking to a high school student
Yeah.
who was in the process of trying to work out what they wanted to do and thought that they'd want to do something in design, what would be your advice to them?
If you want to do something in design, I wouldn't say go and learn a particular computer program because those things change all the time. Absolutely learn one, but I'm not going to recommend one. I think learning a program will help you learn other ones as they come along. I'd also just say hone your creativity, and that's not necessarily about drawing or painting, but being able to tell stories, I think. So I think definitely storytelling, be curious, be really curious about things, just keep digging until you find an answer that you're content with.
Thank you so much, Jemimah.
No,
it's been
that's
wonderful
okay.
talking to you today. We really appreciate it. So I'm Christy Street. Thanks for joining us. You've been watching See What You Can Be.